Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today just keeps on giving. It's the Monday of news, apparently, because we've got even more news today, guys. We've got a very exciting guaranteed champion event tomorrow. It's actually coming tomorrow during CVC. First of all, though, just to let you guys know about this new Twitter account, it's an official Raid Twitter. This is actually official. It is by the Raid team, dedicated to the OG Death Knight. And there's some funky stuff happening on this page. I think it's hinting towards a new champion. Just make sure you go and follow that page and just see their tweets. I think they're probably on Facebook as well, all that sort of stuff. I think they're saying the content creator chat, it's on Facebook too. So there's some stuff happening there. It's interesting. Anyway, let's dive in. Who is coming tomorrow? Well, none other than the new Skinwalker legendary Ragash, defense-based champion. He is going to be a guaranteed summon after 150 ancient shards tomorrow. So it's pretty much the standard ancient shard cost. Sometimes they do a little bit of a discount. They're about 120. That's pretty rare. 150 is the usual amount. I think it's pretty appropriate for this guy as well. He's brand new and he's very, very good. If you haven't seen his kit, we'll go over it very quickly here. His A1 is a double hitter that gives him increased defense for 2 turns. That's really nice as a way to self-buff. His damage does scale off of defense. He has good base defense, and this guy hits hard. He's one of the hardest hitting defensive champions in the game. I think he hits, for example, overall slightly harder than Tatura. Like his AoE attack, I think actually is very slightly stronger than Tatura Rhymehide, who is renowned for being a hard-hitting defensive champion. So he puts out good damage. This helps with that. His A2 for Typhoon, this move is just exceptional. 4 turn bucks to a 3 turn cooldown. AoE attack, 75 bucks to 100% chance of placing decreased defense on every enemy for 2 turns before attacking, and then has a 75 bucks to 100% chance of placing a stun for a turn after attacking. This move is so strong. Number one, because he places the decreased defense before attacking, it ups his own damage, and he does hit hard, so that's nice. But perhaps even more importantly, because he places the debuff before attacking, it means that it's not affected by affinity. It's not, it's not the hit itself that is placing decreased defense. He attempts to just place it beforehand, kind of like just a spell, if you will. So yeah, the decreased defense is completely affinity friendly. Now the stun is based off of the hit, so if he weak hits, he's not going to be placing that stun. So that's a bit more temperamental, but nonetheless, this is just an insane move. Decreased defense and a guaranteed stun, basically 100% chance to stun on a 3-turn cooldown is crazy. A decreased defense on a 3-turn cooldown is considered like a good move. It's very useful. 3-turn cooldown stuns are very rare. That's extremely powerful for progress in dungeons. Doom Tower in particular, amazing move for arena, all the rest. He also has a really good set of buffs here too. Feel it Fleetness, 6-turn cooldown, bucks to a 4-turn cooldown, puts 25% strengthen buff, 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, and a perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns. So being a speed boosting champion for your team as well, really nifty. And then a fun passive at the start of each turn, puts perfect veil for 1 turn on the ally with the highest attack, and he also does 20% more damage against targets whose defense is lower than this champion's defense. 30% defense in all battles aura. Right, this guy, he's a really good legendary. He's very strong across the board. What makes him very interesting is just his flexibility. Like, this is a champion that you can build in different ways and use in different areas of the game. So you can build him very fast and with really high accuracy. In that case, he's going to be placing these decreased defenses and stuns very consistently, very reliably. That's going to be insanely good for Doom Tower and for Arena. Really powerful in those 2 areas. Also in Arena, he's going to be protecting with that perfect veil, protecting your nuker a little bit, which can be very helpful. You can alternatively build him with lots of damage maybe and have him be a nuker as well, placing decreased defense and nuking. Probably I would still be building him with good accuracy so he can place his decreased defense and stun, but you can build him a bit slower, up his damage if you want to. I'd say it's a bit weaker, but he really does smack. He really does smack, so squeezing in those damage stats does help a ton. I think as well you can build him, my probable personal favorite build. Hey, I'm the Hydra guy, I get it. I think a high resistance build, he comes at 50 base resistance, which is strong. You can build him with good resistance, and because he gives himself increased defense, because he gives himself perfect veil pretty consistently, he can actually end up being a good tank for the Head of Mischief as well. He will be targeted by Mischief quite a bit, so you will want him to have good resistance, or at least, at the very least, have block buffs on your team, so you can stop them stealing the stuff off of him. You should really, I think with his base resistance, if you want to use him in Hydra, he should be built with good resistance and good accuracy. And then he comes into your Hydra team, he can control Head of Mischief for you, he can be giving speed and strength into your team. These are like the two best buffs for Hydra. These are the two best ones. He gives them to you, not full uptime, but still not bad. And most of these champions that do this, you know, don't have the best uptime. Like Lady Kimmy is the same. She's a 4-turn cooldown on speed. And then he also brings decreased defense AoE. He's doing a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. He's very, very good. Slap this guy into like your Doom Tower hard team, progression team with like Archmage, Helmet, Seal of the Drakes. Throw Vizix in there as well. This guy with that defense aura, AoE stun, AoE decreased defense, speed boosting you. It's really good. It's really good. You could even be cheeky. Yeah, you could even be cheeky. You could build Seal of the Drakes with a little bit of attack on that team, which is bizarre. There's nothing for her, but you could have him consistently veiling up Seal of the Drakes. That could be kind of funky, so your Reviver would be safe. Yeah, you can do some really cool things. I think he's very, very, very good. Great champion. 150 Ancients starting tomorrow. It's during CVC as well. So, you know, in CVC, if you get a new legendary, which is almost definitely new for you, right? A new legendary is worth 10k points for getting a legendary, and then an additional 20k if they are new legendary. So that's 30k points for CVC on top of the other stuff you're going to pull along the way. Bear in mind, this upcoming weekend, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is going to be a 2x Ancients event. 2x Ancients event. So if you still need epic champions, that is really the go-to. And it is very important to collect lots of epics in this game if you want to progress in faction wars and whatnot. If you had 150 Ancients and you were still, you know, early mid-game, I think Ragash is so helpful. It's probably worth going for him anyway. He's going to be so good for progress. So I'd probably still go for him. I might do that. He's going to massively make Skinwalkers easier, which is one of the harder factions anyway in Faction Wars. Their decreased defense is pretty miserable. You're looking to a rare for that, and he's not great. But yeah, so I consider it. In terms of legendaries, guaranteed events like this are a very good source of legendaries. It's pretty much well worth it. 150 shards to get a guaranteed legendary. Doesn't interfere with your mercy timer. It is a good return on investment, pretty much. I did buy some shards for one of the first time. Not the first time I've bought shards, but I almost never bought shards. I did buy some last week because I thought that, you know, there's a good chance that there was going to be a guarantee today. And I just want to be on top of those as a content creator. So, yeah, the budget has been blown for the next little while. The gems have been spent. But we have enough shards. I'm going to be pulling for him tomorrow, probably after the stream, because my champion storage is full. So I'm going to have to rip through that during CVC. And yeah, then I'll have a shard pull video up tomorrow so we can see if we get anything else along the way. Hopefully we get another legendary along the way. Who knows? But guys, thanks for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. Let me know, are you going for Ragash? Let me know what you think of a new potential Death Knight champion. Ooh, interesting. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.